Alexander and a Cup of Tea is a short story by MG Suresh that tells the story of an encounter between Alexander the Great and an Indian sage. According to the story, Alexander had conquered much of the world and was on his way to India when he came across a sage sitting by the roadside. The sage was boiling water in a small pot over a fire, and Alexander stopped to ask him what he was doing. "I am making a cup of tea," the sage replied. Alexander was intrigued and asked the sage to make him a cup of tea as well. The sage agreed and brewed a pot of tea over the fire. He then poured the tea into 2 cups and offered one to Alexander. Alexander took a sip of the tea and was surprised by its taste. He had never tasted anything like it before. He asked the sage what he had put in the tea to make it so flavorful. The sage smiled and replied, "I have put nothing in the tea, Alexander. The only ingredients are water, fire, and my love." Alexander had conquered much of the world through force and domination, but he had never considered the power of love. He realized that the sage was wiser than he was and asked him to join his court. The sage declined, saying that he preferred to live a simple life and continue to make tea by the roadside. Alexander respected the sage's decision and continued on his journey to conquer India. The story is often interpreted as a metaphor for the power of simplicity and love in life. The sage's cup of tea represents the simple pleasures in life that can bring us happiness and fulfillment. The story also shows the importance of humility and respect for others, even for a great conqueror like Alexander.